What is good, football fanatics? It's Kimbronator and Rowan. Week 8 NFL Pick'ems are about to get wild. This ain't your average week. There's chaos on the horizon, and we have got your picks to keep you ahead of the madness, upsets, blowouts, game breakers. Let's break down these picks and crush it. Week 8 NFL Pick'ems. Ladies and gentlemen, Rowan is back with us. Week 8.
What's up, guys? Sorry that I missed last week, Kimbronator, but I'm
Glad to be back, my friend. Glad to have you here. Hey, we got him back in the house. We need your help, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this content, watch this video all the way to the end. We need to defeat YouTube's algorithm. I need your help with this one. Drop a watch video to the end. We need those watch hours kicked up on this video. So smash it out of the park with that for us this week. And we're going to dive right into this week's pick'ems. All right, here we go, Rowan. Let's dive into the first one here. First one we have on the block Thursday night. They're not undefeated anymore. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Los Angeles Rams.
There's a lot of buzz swirling around the Rams today, particularly. There was an erroneous rumor going around that they were in talks with the Vikings about trading them Stafford, actually.
Really?
That was going all around Twitter. It was ridiculous. But in more actual news, Cooper Kupp is supposedly available.
I did see that.
And it's supposedly, the Rams have said they're willing to take on salary, reportedly, which would mean this likely is something that actually could happen. If they are really trying, if this is true and they are willing to take salary, we could see Cooper Kupp on the move, ladies and gentlemen. But this game, you could see the Rams taking it, but I'm going to go Minnesota. I think short week, I just trust them a little bit more. They lost close to the Lions. It was a good game.
Guys, the Lions are for real. The Lions are a legit team. I'm going to say this. I've said it a couple times already today. The Lions are probably one of the best teams in the NFL right now. That can change, of course, but just in my opinion. So, yeah, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. But, Vikings hung with the Lions, who are a really good football team. So, I agree. Vikings will take the Rams easily, road or at home here. And you agree? They will cover the spread as well. Put them to cover the spread. Next up, Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson is out.
Yeah. I don't want to comment on the injury stuff, but I believe the Browns just got better, frankly. Hope he heals well. I think the Browns just got better.
Maybe so.
I think Jameis Winston is a better quarterback right now.
Probably so. A little bit a different scenery. So
yeah. Browns are an interesting team. They got rid of Amari Cooper, had him for 2 years, and still got more than Dallas got when they gave him a. That was going around. Oh, you know Amari Cooper. We'll talk about that later, but
right.
This should be a romp.
Theory it should. Baltimore.
Again.
Yeah. Baltimore, they're a well-rounded offense, though. I'm solid against Tampa Bay. Defense is phenomenal, too. So Tampa Bay is not a pushover, and look at what they did to Tampa Bay. I think Baltimore is your pick here. That's your best option. So ESPN, 98. I'm sorry, I can't see, but it's 98% pick Baltimore. Next up, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Tennessee Titans.
I watched Tennessee. And they're a team in the future I think could be good. I like Brian Callahan. I like some of the pieces it had there. But the last few weeks, at least Will Levis was fun. You make some goofy plays, but at least he was fun. Now they're just boring bad. The Titans of old.
They're 1-5, man. It's not looking good.
And I think Detroit showed that they're for real. Blew out Dallas, who stink, but I'm still winning there and beat the brakes off them, and then they just beat Minnesota in Minnesota's building. Minnesota's a real team.
Undefeated team. Go in there, beat them at home. That says a lot. So Detroit is the safe pick here for sure.
Yeah.
To cover the spread, whatever the spread is, Detroit will cover it. My opinion. Rock solid. Slamp it, stick it, seal it, send it in the mail. It's done. All righty. Miami Dolphins taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Boy, oh boy, is this a game that is up in the air? Is Tua going to be back, or what do we know? So, a lot
Yeah, I mean, it's
remains.
been heavily reported that Tua may come back. If that's what he wants to do, he should do it. But we talked about that to death on this channel. But to me, I just even if he's back, can quarterbacks coming off concussions usually do not play very well their first game back, and I think Arizona will take this one.
Arizona's got a good team. They really do. You had some unfortunate falls, but I do agree with you. I feel like Arizona is your safe pick here. Miami's struggling. I don't know. I had hopes for Miami, but it's like they built their offense around one guy. They really did. So Arizona is your safe pick here. I wouldn't put them against the spread though. Just saying. Alrighty, the 2-5 Jets take on the 1-6 New England Patriots. Aaron Rodgers and company. Can he do it? I
These are
think
two
I think he can, but that remains to be seen.
these two teams let me down last week in our pick'em league.
Yeah,
Man, I was so close. Them and the Chargers, but I mean,
and
the
but
Jets have to win this game, right?
I would think so too. All the moves you're getting Rodgers the help he needs to be successful. I mean, no, any given Sunday, any team can win, but the odds are with the Jets. You know, those things where it's hard to really pick up, is on or off. I think him being a veteran quarterback, he's going to be ready for the game. But the question remains, is the defense going to be ready? Is the offense going to be ready? We shall see.
Yeah, and a must-win game for them. They the A is stacked. You cannot. I'm not. There's going to be a team that goes 10-7 and isn't even close to getting in the playoffs. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe an 11-6 team that will miss the playoffs. So the Jets are in a rough position, and I mean, pick them to win this game, but I don't even feel confident in that because they got manhandled by Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We shall see. I feel like the Jets are a safe pick as well. So moving on up. This is a good one here. 4-3 Falcons taking on the 4-3 Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers. I want to talk about them for a second. To my knowledge, going into their last drive, they had already attempted 2 onside kicks, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Why are the starters out there? You're down 10. You literally there's no way to win that football game. Literally, it would take a catastrophe beyond all imagination. And it cost you Chris Godwin for the entire season.
That horrific injury.
Just a bonehead move by the coaching staff there. I cannot understand what they were thinking. And Mike Evans is hurt too.
I just saw before I got on here, I was looking through. Evans is out through week 11.
Yep.
That's what they said.
Yep. And I don't think they have enough weapons here to keep up with Atlanta. I think Atlanta, I mean, last game was a shootout. And
It
you told me
was.
both these teams are healthy going into.
I would pick Tampa, but I agree.
Yeah.
Since you got two of your playmakers are out, I don't think the odds of the guys stepping up. I'll have to go look, but unsure who will step in their place. So I feel like Atlanta would be your safer pick, just as an average fan, bringing you my opinion. So I think Atlanta's got it.
Yeah, I do too.
But the odds, everybody's picking Tampa Bay, according to ESPN.
Well, it's because we're healthy going to go home game. I would pick Atlanta. I mean Tampa too.
I would, and I think a lot of people may not realize the injuries they have too.
But they've gone out there and that Godwin play. That is just a result of a poor decision, in my opinion.
So the thing I saw on that injury today was it was actually a dislocated ankle, is what they said, and it is not as severe as it looked, because it looked nasty on TV.
Yeah.
Watching it just looked. I mean, just like want to see that again, almost like Hutchinson injury.
Looked like one that may affect him next year.
Yeah. So
who knows? Those ankle injuries are tough, though. I mean, really, truly. I mean, I've had minor ankle stuff that I still deal with, so I can't imagine a dislocated ankle like that.
No, absolutely not. So
So both going with Atlanta, right?
Man, I think you're copying my moves. Yeah, it is what it is. So, all righty, all right. Green Bay Packers take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their
I'm about
records are
to.
opposite of each other. Green Bay's
I'm
5 and
about.
2, and Jaguars are 2 and 5.
I'm about to. Since we're being kind of safe, I'm about to drop something here. As of right now, if you ask me right now, who's winning the Super Bowl? I'm saying the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, first.
I believe that they are. Yeah, I think they're getting their fifth this year. I watched Jordan Love, and that is the one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that dude's got that is special. There's something about him. I know he's got that. I know there's the joke about him having Brett Favre on one shoulder and Aaron Rodgers on the other. One's
Right.
telling him to, play it safe. The other's saying, throw it deep. I think Green got that factor.
It with Green Bay and their quarterbacks. They've had some of the best luck out of quarterbacks over the last 30 years. They really have.
I think someone's in development. They had with Holmgren
Mike Holmgren, yeah.
when they Favre they had several years to cook. Then they went to Rodgers. Rodgers had several years to cook, and McCarthy at the time was a great offensive coach.
He was, and then you got Love was the same way. He had time to. You say cook, but I say watch and learn, and not get thrown to the fire.
And he has Matt LaFleur. I think we do need. I know they had some president stuff a few years ago with stagnancy, but this is an organization that's been good for a very long time for a very good reason.
Yeah,
and
top down.
I think top. Yes, I mean it's one of the most in American sports, and I think they've just got that factor, that something in them that's lead them to the Lombardi. And they will beat Jacksonville.
Oh, sure. I 100% agree. Jacksonville, man, they had a promising look coming into the season, and it's not looking good for them at all. This may be like a rebuild year for them. Even Trevor Lawrence, man. So, yeah. Jordan Love all the way easily now, and especially the Packers offense. They got a well-rounded run, pass. You stop them on the pass, they'll beat you on the run. So, yeah, look out both ways. Houston Texans 2 taking on the Indianapolis Colts 4-3.
This is a sneaky good game in my opinion. This is what I'm looking forward to seeing on Red Zone. But I'm going with Houston. I know that's the safe pick.
Right.
I know that's the uniform pick, but the Colts to me, I lost to Jacksonville. Their offense looked better with Joe Flacco.
It did. Flacco, look what he did for Cleveland last year coming in. He got them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
When do you think until someone takes that bet? Where they're just like, what if we just made Joe Flacco our starter for a year? Just saw what happened.
He's a veteran quarterback. I mean, he has great awareness. So, Father Tom is never lost on anybody, even so. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. So, Texans, CJ Stroud all the way, baby. Bengals, Joe Burrow taking on the Fly Eagles Fly. This is a tough one. You're an LSU fan, Burrow's fan.
I'm a Razorback now, but
you're Razor. Okay, all right.
Used to be an LSU fan before I went to college.
You're still a fan of Burrow though too. Yeah. I know you are.
Fan of guys I saw play at LSU. But I mean, you know what? This is because I'm a hater, but I legitimately believe Cincinnati's going to win this game. I don't think Philadelphia. I think they're in the same tier as our Cowboys. I don't think they're very good.
They, I will give them this. 2 losses were close losses.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they have Cleveland.
Cincinnati is turning around. They rough start, but it looks like they're starting to get things together. Yeah. Man, this is a tough one. It really is. I mean, if you look at the spread, so it's 57% pick the Eagles and 43% pick the Bengals. It's almost a 50-50 rate, really.
Yeah. Is Joe Burrow, because it happens every year, is Joe Burrow our first cold weather quarterback? He starts getting better when it starts getting chillier outside.
I mean, is it, he's in?
That's true.
You're kind of getting into, got new players in, staff, and you're getting settled in, and then you get into your groove, and you start churning like a train. Once the train gets moving.
That's true.
I often think that, too, down to the high school level. The teams will start out, as the season progresses, they steadily get better and better and better. So, the team with Burrow, possibly. A lot of teams, too. I feel like some teams, your better teams, as the season goes on, they get stronger. So you're picking the Bengals. I'm gonna split the difference. Pick the Eagles. That's right. You're picking the Bengals.
I am going with the Bengals.
Bengals. All right. So you guys either way, there's the 50-50. Stay with it there, my friends. And Charles, that's for you. I picked the Eagles for you, Charles. All righty. All right. The 500 Chargers take on 2-5 Saints, who are looking horrendous.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the Saints are.
I agree. Which is interesting because they just extended Kamara today too, which I thought was an inch. To me, you just need to blow it up. I mean, I would blow it up, Dennis Allen, like you should have last year. But
Yeah.
you know what? Drew Brees' before the game lasted longer than the Saints' win streak this year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I think the Chargers, this could get ugly. Spencer, I don't know. He could be a guy. I don't know when Derek Carr is going to be back. I don't think.
I don't know when he's back either. I don't remember how long the time frame of him was being down, but I remember watching him on the
reserve.
I don't either. You know, I watched Spencer Rattler on one on Netflix series when he was in high school, and
Yeah.
I thought he was good, but I think he's just an average quarterback in the NFL. He has his moments. So on the other side of the ball, you have Harbaugh and company with Herbert. So your odds are better off with the Chargers in this one here, unfortunately. Would you agree on that one? You do? Awesome. Wow. Seattle taking the.
Well, in the words of Russell Wilson, go Hawks, baby. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks to win this one.
Are you? Okay.
In Seattle, atmosphere is high. They're flying. They're feeling good. We got Rich Gannon 2.0, Geno Smith.
12th man.
We got weapons. We got a great defense. I think we take Buffalo down. I think Buffalo has a couple of these a year, man. They always do. And
Yeah.
I think this week is the week Seattle establishes themselves as a playoff team.
They have to. 4-3. They're over 500. A 5-2 team coming in. They have the spread. Buffalo's odds. I like Buffalo. I do like Allen. Josh Allen is a quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. He has really carried this team this season.
Yeah.
But Seattle, I don't know. They have their moments of flakiness, so we'll see. We will see. So you go Seattle, I'm going to go with Buffalo. And man, oh man, what do we have here? OMG. Commanders taking on the Bears. The Bears.
Well, first off, I thank the Commanders for taking me back to my childhood a little bit and letting Marcus Mariota and Zach get out there and do some damage in an NFL game.
Yeah.
Man, that was a throwback. That 2016, man. But I think they're good enough to beat Chicago without Jaden Daniels. I think Caleb Williams is starting to look pretty good. And
hey, I agree. He's finally getting, I guess he had a rough skid. It was what, 3 games before he threw his first touchdown? Yeah. Took him a minute. So maybe his own, but man, the Commanders got a good defense though. They really do. What was their defense ranked? I was just looking. I mean, great coach. Yeah, let me pull up their rankings, their defense. I'm curious to see. I had it up the other day. So let's see here. Their defense, 16th. That's total defense. Passing defense, they're 12th. So they're a little bit better than they are on run.
That's surprising because if you look at their personnel, especially compared to last year, we're not a good pass defense last year. And to get up to 12,
they're sitting 12th, right? They're basing it looks like on yards allowed, passing yards allowed, average. They've been an average, and that's how they're ranking them. And so they're at 197 yards a game, which Caleb, I think he's doing more than that. His average is getting up there. See his average this season. He is, Yahoo did an article on him.
The Bears offense is about to start soaring.
I didn't mean to click on that. The other guys, the Bears offense is about to start soaring. But yeah, he's getting up there. He's got 9 TDs. Yeah, he's getting up. His last 2 games is 226 and 304 yards, give or take. The biggest thing that changed with him, he was sacked in the first 3 games. He was sacked 13 times. in the first 3 games. And the last 3 games, he's been sacked 7 times.
Mhm.
So they're they're possibly getting settled in. So this is a different quarterback than we saw at the first half of the season. His first game, he only had 93 yards passing.
Probably
So
getting rid of the ball a little bit faster too. Some of those guys they're not ready for that yet. They're trying to hold
yeah,
on to big play and they don't realize you those guys about 2 seconds they're back there.
yeah. So you got the Bears.
I got the
The
Bears
Bears.
here.
All right, I'm gonna go with Commanders just to split. You know what? They're playing in Washington, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniels is not playing. I've read right.
yeah. Daniels probably is not going to play.
Go Bears too.
Yeah.
Flip flop. All right, Broncos and Panthers need to talk. Broncos all the way.
Broncos.
Oh, Andy Dalton was in a car wreck earlier.
Yeah, prayers up, man.
Yep. Yep. Him and his family. It wasn't him, his family. Yep. So not sure what's going to all that. I just saw it. I don't know any other details about it. So, all right.
I think for the Panthers, eventually to me, you have to let Bryce Young play. I mean, you got to just see what. I know you've had a bunch of games, but I'm just going to give him the rest of the season. If he goes out there and he really stinks it up, you got the #1 pick. You can go replace him. But
That's true. Some
I
guys
want
are
Bryce Young
duds.
out.
Some guys are no. They've basically ruined his way. They really have.
I'd like to see him go to the Rams and just try to get rebuilt by Sean McVay.
Yeah, that would be a good place for him to go. That sure would.
Yeah.
Or even the Chargers. Get underneath Harbaugh where you're a starter. I think Harbaugh was a great quarterback coach. So, get him underneath a guy like that, to kind of help learn and not throw him out there,
I don't want if he leaves there, I don't want him to go to some team that is terrible. I don't want him to go to like the Giants. I don't want him to go to some team that's terrible and needs him to step up and be the savior. I want him to go to a team where he can cook a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who do you got? Chiefs or Kansas City all the way?
Could be a trap game, but
it's most likely going to be a trap game.
It's a rivalry week, so you never know. But
hey,
I think Kansas City.
Raiders are going to give them a show. You watch. Yeah. All right, man. This is a tough one. I've been thinking about this one. The San Francisco 49ers are beat, banged up, missing so many players. Ayuk's out for the season. I think they're missing half the defense. I mean, they got so many injuries. Who do the Cowboys? So who do you pick to win this one? The 49ers or the Cowboys? In Levi Stadium at that.
Last week, my chains disappeared. I got to enjoy football without any stress about my favorite team embarrassing me. And now they're back.
They're back. I don't have them. I lost my faith. I gotta
watch them again. But you know what? San Francisco has been there for a while. However, there's a decent. It's almost certain that they're not going to have Deebo Samuel. We know they're not going to have Brandon Ayuk, and we're pretty sure they're not going to have CMC. There's a chance they won't even have Kittle. He's hurt too.
He's been banged up, and then I just went blank. Mason.
Oh yeah, their kicker got hurt.
Yeah, they so many. I'm drawing a blank. Even they're running a rookie running getting reps.
Jordan Mason has been dealing with some stuff too.
Yep.
And they also lost Javon Hargrave on the defensive line, tore a pec. And you know what? Dallas is likely going to have Deron Bland and Micah Parsons. Jerry said they're game time decisions. If I would be surprised if they did not play. Let me put it that way.
Primetime game, man. And I'm going to do my best to bring this game live to you guys. I should be back in time. Everything going on. Weekends are so full right now. Yeah, I coach football. I have 2 games Sunday. So I should be back in time to bring you guys coverage of this game. That is my goal. So I will have that video posted or the feeder for that. So I'm wanting to say they kind of made me mad, but I'm going to pick against maybe they'll win. Maybe my bad luck will bring them good luck.
I just think San Francisco is so banged up that I think I would actually be genuinely the Dallas Cowboys lost this game. So I am going to go with the Cowboys, but if they lose this game, it's over. I don't know. This is Kimbronator.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's what I said, but My feeling is this is their chance to come back. If they can't win this Sunday, stick a fork in them, man. So maybe give them one more chance. I'll give them. We'll go Cowboys again. Probably just jinxed them. Oh well. Maybe it's like if I pick them, they'll lose. So all right, the Steelers take on the New York Giants. Monday night game here.
Well, he was a little inefficient. He took some time, but Russell Wilson led the Steelers to their best offensive game in like 3 years.
He looked phenomenal. He looked the old Wilson.
And I mean, I don't know if I ever said it on here. I had been on the camp from watching Justin Fields play that when Wilson was ready to go shot. I'm just not a big Justin Fields guy. I think he's got a lot of athletic. Wilson contributes to winning more at this moment in time in both of their careers. And I think Pittsburgh is going to go out there and get a win. And, now they're going to be feeling a bit better.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I agree. I think it's the Giants here. They're playing at home. Monday night, primetime game. They want it more. They got the the steel curtain back in style. So I think they will take that one. So that concludes the picks. That is week 8 in the bag, guys. That is your best picks between me and Rowan. So any last word to our fans, Rowan, before we drop off?
Just actually I have last Kimbronator. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get to replace you like Jerry did with those radio hosts. I'm not gonna get someone else to make the picks.
All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. So, all right, guys. Do what you guys do. Thank you for stopping in. Drop those likes on the video and catch you guys later.